Hey everyone, Steve Poplar here. Please, please, please get your food preps in order. Quotas and limits to how much you can buy, those things are coming. We saw what happened. How long did it take before they started rationing toilet paper last year? How long? Days. It took days. And you know what those days looked like? They looked like empty shelves. As far as the eye could see, no toilet paper whatsoever. And in those days, when they finally got a little dribble of toilet paper, they rationed it. You think they're going to do something different with food? Is that what you think? What happens when they ration you with food? You have to stand in line for the privilege of buying food. And you're only allowed to get X amount, depending on how many folks you have in your family. You can't get ahead. Prepping, you can't do it anymore. If you don't do it now, you won't be able to do it later. Harvests around the world are getting slammed. The American spring wheat harvest is down 60-70%. Brazil has been hammered. Russia has had really bad harvests. Across Europe, they've had really bad harvests. Africa has been just decimated. China has had flooding the last 2 years now, and that has just devastated croplands. That has devastated their pork production. They got hit with the Africa swine flu, and then they culled so much, and they started to bring it back, and then they just got slammed with these floods in the last number of weeks. Food production around the world is just being hammered. Vietnam's rice production is down significantly. The list of countries that are refusing to export food is growing rapidly. You need to get your food. People think that there's just infinite amounts of buffer in the system, that there is so much food there that just sitting around the warehouses, right? I mean, because for-profit businesses literally just like to stockpile food for no apparent reason whatsoever, which hurts their bottom line. They do that for you because they care so much for you. Do you know what the wheat and corn reserves are for the United States? They don't exist. We have a strategic petroleum reserve. We have zero strategic corn reserve. Zero strategic wheat reserve. Our strategic wheat reserve and corn reserve are basically the silos sitting on people's farms who are hoping to sell their corn or their wheat for a higher price later because they think the price is going to go up, so they just kind of hold on to it. But, friends, the toilet paper flew off the shelves. Food is going to shortly fly off the shelves, and you need to get your stuff in order. One of the first items that's probably going to just disappear like nobody's business is coffee. Get coffee. The stuff that goes up in value the most tends to be the budget items, right? People, when they have to pay a ton of money for an item, way more than what they normally would, they go for the cheapest option they possibly can. So stockpile the cheap stuff. It's not that bad. If you run out of your fancy coffee and you drink a lot of it, you'll appreciate the cheap stuff when you don't have anything, right? You'll appreciate having more of the cheap stuff than just a little bit of the expensive stuff. Get some of these canisters. This one's going in the deep freezer. Just drop them in the deep freezer and just freeze them and just hold on to them. Get that in order. Something else that, if you don't have these in your preps already, I mean, you absolutely need to have these in your preps. You need to stockpile some multivitamins. Equate from Walmart has some great multivitamins. I know I just keep talking about Walmart products right and left. I swear I don't just get everything from them, but I get most of my stuff from them because it's cheap and it's decent quality stuff. Their generic brands are just quality and they're the cheapest you can find. So you need to have multivitamins. If you stockpile a whole bunch of food, make sure you stockpile a whole bunch of multivitamins. I like getting the ones that don't have the iron, so basically silver ones or adult ones, senior citizen ones, don't have the iron in there. If you there's ways of getting iron, right? You can supplement with that, but the problem is that kids and everything like that can overdose on the iron. So you don't have to worry about these at all. They're just going to supplement what you got, and then you should be getting iron out of your garden. You should be getting it in your vegetables. But if you need to supplement with that, that's why you should also have some red meat and other thoughts on that you can go after. But please get your stuff, get your things in order. When the quotas come, it will be too late. You're going to be stuck like everybody else at the back of the line, waiting all day long in a line. And if you don't have somebody in your family who literally is doing nothing, which who does, that's going to be a problem. Because when you have to decide whether you're going to stand in line for the privilege of buying food or going to work, how does that work? If you stand in line and get the food, get the privilege of paying for it, and you don't have any money to pay for it, what do you do then? Welcome to another socialist utopia. They will ration this stuff. Mark my words. Steve Poplar out.